Mr. Shongwan, it's
Yes.
about time. It's about time you stop protecting this referees. It's about time, Mr. Shongwan. As much as us as a nation, we can criticize our national team and say we're not even going to the stadium. You must do the same. You must criticize this referees. As long as we still come there to the stadium and defending them, we are not going anywhere as a nation. We are not going there anywhere as a football nation. These people are going to make mistakes, knowing that we listen to Victor Shongwan. Victor Shongwan is going to defend me against the nation.
Yeah, thank you for choosing us, and a big thank you to Thibaut Touch and the gang. They're back again tomorrow between 3 and 6. Always look forward to that show. So I get to work early so I can have the front row seats to see it live. I enjoy it. Can't wait tomorrow to do it all over again. Remember, we're live on Instagram. We're live on Facebook as well. So please do jump in and you can watch the show as we're busy with it now. It's Monday, which means it's the three wise men. They're here. I'll introduce them. We'll talk to them in just a bit. For the first time in a long time, my whole team is here on a Monday. So I'm looking forward to that. Bafana, they came third, right? And they got somewhat of a hero's welcome, one would say. It looked very heroic, I think. The Springboks, they won the World Cup. So, geez, of course, they had a heroic welcome as well. Nonchinga. On Saturday morning, wee hours of the morning.
Not so heroic.
I mean, he's not here yet.
Okay.
He arrives tomorrow morning.
Yes, I saw the...
After having won the IBF title. I wonder, are you waking up and going to the airport for the IBF
Are you?
world holder in the morning? Please switch off his mic. Thank you. Huh? Are you waking up in the morning and going to see Nonchinga after he reclaimed his title? We'll talk about that. And of course, we'll go into a lot of decisions. And please, send us your voice notes now about the decisions you want the referee, he's here, to talk about from this weekend. I said to you, before I went to Abidjan, I said, there's something going on in our refereeing. I'm hearing rumors about failed referees who didn't pass. I wonder if what we saw on the weekend is a reflection of what happened in the tests. Because it was some shocking refereeing. There was some seriously shocking refereeing. We'll get into that as well. Because unbelievable. Then Michael Arteta, when I mentioned Mbappe going to Arsenal, people said, I'm an Andile, stop joking. Well, Michael Arteta spoken on it. So much more coming up, and of course, the best part of it, I can't wait to hear from you. 11 after the hour 6 in the Mighty Metro FM. They here. It's Monday, and the full complement of the team is here. It's the three wise men. Not always so wise.
The three wise men, but not always so wise. On Sports Night Amplified with Andile on Metro FM.
You know it's a bad weekend of refereeing when I'm leaving the stadium on a Saturday night after having watched Sundowns and Orlando Pirates, and people are already saying, Andile, we want Davik. At the stadium, all three of us were there.
Yeah.
We watched the game live. Zanzega, the honorable, sat for that game, or stood, or ran for that game, really. Vic?
Welcome back. Welcome back. Bonsoir, mon ami.
Hey, Victor.
Bonsoir,
Victor.
Yeah, we had a big game over the weekend. Pirates Sundowns, full house. And it needed a big referee because that's a big game.
Was packed.
Fully packed. And
good crowd.
Yeah, good crowd for South African football and advert. And on the field, we had lots of mass confrontation. People crowding the referee, every decision they want to fight. There could have been more yellows and even more red, but at least
even more correct decision making.
Here and there were some areas of improvement where the referee could improve. For example, the ball that was wrongly placed in the corner kick.
Not once.
Twice.
The penalty itself.
A penalty was a great decision because there was holding offense there.
Okay.
So penalty correct, but the placing of the ball, I was not happy.
The Shalulile offside? We'll get into it. Don't get into it now. We'll get into it. There's so many decisions from that game that we need to get into. But also, Mazola, what do you have coming up for us?
Yeah, there's a lot. Two coaches speaking about national team coach Hugo Broos. I'm talking about Coach Rhulani Hunt of Mamelodi Sundowns and Kevin Hunt, because obviously Coach Hugo has been begging almost, for the liaison committee at SAFA and PSL to do its job and get the coach to meet and sit down with PSL coaches. Those two coaches have come out today to. Yeah, I don't know if Hugo will like what he has to hear, but we'll get into it.
Yeah, man. All right, we'll get into that. But right now, let's focus on the weekend that was. And of course, for those that woke up in the wee hours of the morning, Nontshinga reclaiming his title. It was a brilliant one. It's the weekend that was. Let's start it off with Nontshinga's commentary when he reclaimed his title.
Nontshinga found the shot. He found the heart to turn this around. Mark Malloy issuing the count, and the crowd in Oaxaca is silenced. Simonani Nontshinga could be moments away from snatching back his world title. A miraculous comeback. The special one.
He's known as the special one, and he definitely proved to be exactly that. Simonani Nontshinga over the weekend, reclaiming his IBF light flyweight world champion, having held the belt from 2022. Absolutely incredible fight that, if you were watching it, the way that he came back. At some point I thought, hey man, he's not quite going to make this one, but he did. He came back in spectacular fashion. I wonder if he's going to get, the heroic welcome at the airport that South Africans are getting now. Just show of hands. How many people are here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 with me in the studio. Show of hands. Who's going to the airport? Just one. Okay, if 1 in every 7 South Africans goes. What time, Timmy? In the morning. Thanks. That's a great time.
Yeah, that's a great answer.
Yeah, thanks, Timmy.
We'll
let
like
you know.
Now.
We'll let you know. Indecisive and not making decisions. At 10 a.m. in the morning. 10 a.m. in the morning is the time he'll be there. It's not as early as what Bafana were. So I'd love to hear from you if you're going to be going to welcome the hero back. But that was spectacular for South African boxing, especially since there's so much boxing talk happening on this show as well. Tomorrow, we're supposed to be speaking to Dixie Ngula and finishing off our conversation on boxing. That's supposed to happen tomorrow, but we're still awaiting documents from Dixie. Timmy has not yet received documents from Dixie, so that conversation is supposed to be tomorrow. So hopefully,
take it easy, man.
Please, there we go. So hopefully that conversation can happen tomorrow there. So we'll take care of that one there. Let's move on now to the Premier League, where Mikel Arteta speaks on winning the league. Do you have it? There we go.
The most important thing to impact at the end of the season is to have the squad fully available. For me, it's requirement number one. And at the moment, we don't have it. And we're going to have it. And we are working really hard to have it. This is the requirement number one. The 2, 3, 4, if we don't have that one, it's going to be difficult.
Well, I mean, I've said this many times about Arsenal. Even when they do well, you just wonder, do they have the legs to carry out a season? Do they have the fighting spirit, the winning know-how to fight it all throughout? When you take a look at what it looks like at the moment, is Liverpool, Arsenal, Manchester City sitting all in the top 3. There's just mere points separating them, with 57 Liverpool, 55 Arsenal, and 53 Manchester City are the points that they have. Manchester City, of course, do have a game in hand. Arsenal have been impressive, especially in 2024, the way they finished off 23 as well. They've been highly impressive. But do they have a sort of team that can finish a season strong and actually win it? Many feel they don't. When it comes to Arsenal, they always do what is expected of them. They Arsenal. Well, how's this season going to go? Somebody says, hey, the one thing they need is the Mbappe factor. They need one big player. They need a Thierry Henry of sort who can get in there and shake this team up. Somebody who knows what to win is like. Well, Mikel Arteta was asked about Mbappe.
Well, when there is a player of that caliber, we always have to be in the conversation. But as you said, it looks in a different way. Why not? If we want to be the best team, we're gonna need the best talent and the best players. That's for sure.
There it is. He wants him, but it feels to be in a different way. I think that in itself is a statement that tells you that the Mbappe deal is almost sealed in faith and going to Real Madrid. But we'll hear as time goes on as to what happens to Mbappe and what other big names could be pulled from an Arsenal point of view. Do big players want to go to Arsenal? All of that coming up in the next few weeks. I think it'll be very telling as to what will happen. Now let's focus on the DStv Premiership, and these are the goals, 2 of them between Sundowns and Pirates from over the weekend.
Andile wayaxoke wara ha tumariteka Sundowns 1-1 bajama 1-1 bajama shonja.
Chances number 1 Akiron when Williamson sakata kan ko ema kamara bora bora kan dera tango ora se kana gata Pirates ko ko bora ma kyan korata Sundowns ko se sa kya watin ko khwa kana gata.
Oh, absolutely amazing. That's XFM, yeah? XKFM, actually, I think it is. XKFM, it is. That's where you get that commentary from. Mazola, impressive. Impressed with that. I'm sure he'll be watching it. I can't wait for you to tell us how it goes. But those are the goals from the weekend. A big game, Sundowns versus Orlando Pirates, and the stadium atmosphere, it really showed up to be exactly that. 3 of us were at the stadium. The atmosphere was great. I didn't have any problems getting in and getting out of the stadium. People always complaining about, hey, yeah, you'll get the whiff of that at the stadium.
Yeah, I was almost high.
You will get the whiff of the stadium. Somebody will blow that thing your way.
This time it was a bit too strong for me.
The weed? The smell of the cannabis?
Yeah, I had to drink some Sundowns Red Bull to stay awake.
Yeah, I know. I mean, it'll hit you every now and then, and I've come to realize that's what the stadium is, and people obviously bring kids to the stadium, and it's always just a thing to say, oh, what are my kids going to do? They can smell this. I don't know if it's a thing we can fight.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if you can police 50,000 people, 40,000 people as to say who's smoking what, especially in the corners that has been smoked. I'm not sure it can be policed. If it can, great. If it can. It will be amazing. To not have to come back from the stadium smelling like a bit of roof. It would be great. But it's what I've made peace with now, to say if I go to the stadium, I need to take a full shower, head and shoulder, arms, everything going down, because it's the smell of the stadium. Let's hear now from the reactions of Rhulani Hunt.
As the coach, when my team is not playing well and hasn't played well, I am the first, of course, that needs to be accountable for that. And I don't think that was a good game of football, in my opinion. I think far too many off-the-ball incidents, far too many elbows, and yeah.
One coach who's unhappy and another who thinks it was a fair result. Here's Jose Riviero.
Overall, I think it was the result was fair because of the situation in the second half. If I think about the first half, like I said, I think that the game was more close for Pirates this time here in Loftus, but it's a pity that we couldn't compete 11 against 11 until the end. But yeah, it is what it is. We came here to try to take the 3 points, and we're running with 1, so I cannot say that we are happy.
Kevin Johnson took on Royal AM, and he tried to do what his predecessors before him had not done before, which is win away at Royal AM, but it wasn't to be for Kaizer Chiefs. They couldn't win against Royal AM, yet to beat them when they are at home. Here's Kevin Johnson on missing chances.
Not the result we want. Coming back from the break, the man of the match is the goalkeeper, and we must fall one-on-ones with their goalkeeper during the first half to the second half. But overall, in saying that, I don't think my team played good football. I thought we could have played better football. So we have to go back, and we say that the weather today was probably the best weather to play football in. But I think my team can only play football in 35 degrees.
Yeah? Hey, man, Kevin Johnson of Kaizer Chiefs there. 086-000-2160 is the number you can call us on. WhatsApp on 060-552-7303. Let's take a break. When we come back, the referee, he's got news for us, and of course, Mazola on the latest happenings. Well, you want to be on the Mighty Metro FM. It's where we are. Sports are amplified with Andile on a Monday with the gentlemen that are always in studio. We call ourselves, of course, the three wise men. But hey, we're not always so wise. 25 after the hour 6. Khabonewe Setsedi says, Andile, don't forget the weekend that was. That's the hashtag. Carlos Alcaraz losing in Argentina. Yannick Sinner at Champ in Rotterdam. Iga Swiatek in Qatar. Man City drew 1-1 with Chelsea. Arsenal and Liverpool win their matches discreetly. And Svenati Noncheng, of course, winning the IBF World Junior Flyweight title. Thank you so much for capturing the weekend that was. Davik? Hi, this weekend, man. I watched a lot of games. I've not seen PSL football in a long time. Was enjoying catching up. From Friday I watched games, Saturday during the day, went to the stadium in the evening, Sunday I watched games, and there just seems to be a complaint that is from fans, from coaches. While you're at it, have a listen to this. This is Rhulani. Oh, Malcolm.
I don't think the referees had control of the game either. So, I don't talk about the referees. So the least I say, the better. But it's not a game of football that I like at all.
I heard Gavin Hunt as well. He was unhappy with the refereing. Fans were unhappy with the refereeing. What's going on?
Yeah, big match, big referee. There are areas of improvement that we highlighted here. And I think even the match commissioner has highlighted the same thing that I highlighted here. For example, a corner kick on the 51st minute and 75 by Maswangan was not placed in the correct position.
Was placed outside
the corner arc.
Of the corner arc.
Yes. So by law,
not by a small. It wasn't no touching. No, it was way outside.
Yeah. By law, in terms of law 17, which is corner kick, the last law, it says the ball must. When they say must, it means you have to put it there. It must touch the line or anywhere inside the corner arc. And twice.
That's the assistant's job, is it not?
That side, there's no assistant, remember. But the assistant on the other side and the fourth official can assist the referee. In 2010 World Cup, the referees will move towards the corner to check because it was identified that some players cheat on that. And Nzanzeka should have maybe checked himself, or the other match officials should have advised him that, hey, this player is placing the ball in the wrong positions. So that was not done. It was not good to see. I was not happy at all to see that. The second one, I saw some cheating by the players themselves as well. We must also highlight it because this one, for you to place the ball in the wrong, is cheating. I also saw Mkulisi being hit from the back, but he hold the face. I'm like, this is cheating, and he hold the face for a long time until the paramedic came to treat him. Treat him for what? Because it's not hit on the head. It was hit at the back. So to me, we don't want to see something like that. The coaches will also
players will take chances, Vic.
Players
will take chances, and that's why they'll place it outside the arc. That's why, they'll hold their heads when they back up and hit. It is the referee's job to see all of that out and seek it out. But when players see the referee is not on point, they will take those chances even more.
Yeah, you're correct, Ma'a. Let's go to the next one. The next one is a red card for Tim. Yeah, remember, first yellow card went to Nda or Lisanda. And then referee changed the decision because it was incorrect. They all challenged for the goalkeeper, but Nda did nothing. The one who put the leg was Miguel Tim.
Okay, on that, we were at the stadium, correct?
Mm-hmm.
That thing happened so quickly.
Yes.
And then you just saw players just running off.
Mm-hmm.
He then goes and gives the yellow to Nda.
Yes.
Correct?
Yeah.
Because that's what he saw.
Yes.
Ronwen Williams was one of those people that ran from his goals to say, no. It was Miguel Tim. In fact, Ronwen Williams even went to Tim to say, but why aren't you saying something? And they had a bit of a conversation there.
And Nda kept saying,
and
yes,
Nda
it was me.
yes, it's me.
Yeah.
So tell me, how does Nzanzeka know that it's Miguel Tim?
No, they have communication system. So clearly has been told by his colleagues. If you could see him, he was also holding the head, listening to someone who's telling him, the one who challenged for the keeper is Miguel Tim.
So you could have heard it from the fourth official.
From the fourth official and other match officials, especially on the other side, because they could see better than where he was. And the assistant on the other side, which is Ramutsindel. So he was advised to say, this is a wrong caution. That's why he went and cancelled it. So we can... Immediately. So we can clearly say, for those people who say referee decision is final, we can clearly say the law says the referee can change his decision upon realizing that it is incorrect or on the advice of the other match officials. And that's what he did. And correct decision was taken by giving Miguel Tim a second yellow. He goes.
All right. Talk about the penalty.
Penalty, there was holding offense. Rugby type. This is football. We don't use hands. Once you take your hands and massage somebody, the referee is going to massage you with a penalty. The correct decision by the referee to give a penalty because holding offense happened that prevented an opponent from getting into an advantageous position. So that was a great decision.
I don't know why. I mean, why was that a penalty call compared to other holding and shoving and shaggings?
If it prevents an opponent from getting into an advantageous position, there is an impact.
All holding does.
No, some holding doesn't. Because only the ball was intercepted before it reaches there. So their referees will ignore. But if they see that the player is going to the ball, and then you prevent him, an offense.
I can accept that. Yeah. Let's speak about the offside decision. Peter Shalulile.
The header that Peter Shalulile had, Yeah, I saw it.
No, not the
No,
header.
no.
Yeah.
There was a ball by Lodge, by Tembinkosi Lodge. He was clear on goal. That was
And it was
not
called offside.
Yeah. He was being played on by, I think, Maela, Innocent Maela on the other side.
That one we should take it to Soccer Zone.
Okay.
Yeah, because we can easily draw the line. Because there's one day where Shalula headed the ball. When I looked, the knee.
Yeah, that was offside.
The knee was in front and flag never came out for offside.
But it's before that when Lodge played a through ball and they said offside. But he was being played onside.
No, it's fine. We'll take it to Soccer Zone.
Now, let's take that to
What else do you have?
The other one is the Chiefs Royal AM. There's an educational element here where we saw a referee going into the pocket, taking out the yellow card, and the team take a quick free kick. In 2020-2021, the law was amended to say if a team takes a quick free kick, they've already benefited. So if the referee has to give a red card for a doxo situation and the team decided to take a quick free kick, that red card will not be issued, but a yellow card will be issued. But if it was an offense which involves stopping a promising attack and you take a quick free kick, that yellow card will not be given for breaking a promising attack. Play should continue. So correctly so, Bambisa took out the yellow card. As he was about to take it out, Chiefs decided to take a quick free kick. He put the yellow card back into the pocket. It's allowed. Some people were saying, no, why doesn't he caution in the next stoppage? The law says if the team decide to take a quick free kick, they've already benefited because that person, remember, he broke the promising attack. So that advantage has been restored. Therefore, play should be allowed to continue with no card.
Okay. Well, answers a lot of your questions. The rest that you still have, we'll go on and we'll take them to Soccer Zone. But I'm going to listen to the voice notes and see if we can get one or two from there, Tavik, for you to tackle. Let's take a break. When we come back, Muzzle Amalefe. All right, it's 18:33. Walk it back at Sports that Amplified with Andile. On a Monday, it's a three wise men. Not always so wise. Muzzle.
Yeah, there's a lot happening now. Obviously, we're back from Cote d'Ivoire straight into DSTV Premiership, or rather Premier Soccer League football. I was earlier today at the Nedbank Cup press conference with a couple of coaches there, including Coach Rhulani Hunt of Mamelodi Sundowns and Kevin Hunt. And one of the topics was around, obviously I think we're still on that Bafana euphoria, and one of the questions was around whether the top clubs, especially in the top division, would be willing to sit down with Coach Hugo Broos. I think it was a little bit of a touchy subject for Coach Rhulani, given the comments that Coach Hugo made.
Kind of what you think?
Via a Belgian
what did he say?
Newspaper. He said Coach Rhulani behaves or acts like he's Jose Mourinho.
Yeah, okay.
You know, so the coach was asked, would he be willing to meet with Coach Hugo?
Is he more Mourinho or more? I mean, I know we used to call him Mourinho, but isn't he more Pep?
Here's Coach Rhulani.
You are all familiar with some of the things that my colleague at TS Galaxy said, and I picked up the phone and I called him direct, and I raised my displeasure. There were things said by Hugo Broos, and I picked up the phone and I called him direct, and I raised my displeasure. What was said in those conversations is not for the public. If they feel that they've got to disclose that, it's what they feel like. I'm not that type of person, and I will not be dragged into those type of situations.
You know, the inspiration of the best coaches in the world. The best coaches in the world. Mourinho, take whatever you want from him. Mourinho has, you know, at some point, he was the blueprint of what football was in the world. At the moment, Pep is. And Rhulani is one person who is affected, who is inspired, who loves international trends, and that's why he'll go to South America and he'll sit there and he'll train with the best and he'll watch the best, and it's no different from him being associated with a Mourinho and a Pep. I personally think it's a compliment.
Yeah, I think so too. I mean, when I got to SABC and I was checking the people who've done touchline before me, I came across Andile Ncube, and you know, he's one of my biggest role models. So if people call me Andile Nyana, I think it's okay. Andile Nyana. Anyway,
what else do you have?
But he obviously, Coach Rhulani had a lot more to say, but it's a story.
What's the gist of what he's saying?
He's basically saying I'm not going to get involved. I'm not going to get involved. Coach Hugo pretty much knows where to find me, and he's, I think, a little bit upset that he gets to be asked a question about what Hugo said, and whether he wants to
Maybe
meet.
I should arrange a call between those two.
But Coach Hugo was never asked. But I'll clarify. Coach Hugo was asked out in Cote d'Ivoire, but he didn't really give a straight answer, because obviously the tournament was in full swing, and he was trying to not.
Maybe we should do something there. Maybe we should do something.
Yeah,
but they spoke. He took a phone and called.
Yeah,
Hugo.
but he
So
wouldn't
that was
tell
good.
us what the conversation said.
So there was a conversation.
There was a conversation,
Hugo
but
Bruce and Rhulani.
Yes,
but he
from
didn't
the voice
After.
note. From the voice note,
after the
yes.
comments
Yeah.
that Coach Hugo made in Belgium.
But we don't know what the content
we don't know
is.
what the content
Hugo
was.
Torchai.
But Gavin Hunt did tell us what him and Coach Hugo spoke about before the AFCON.
Nothing wrong with picking up the phone, and if somebody doesn't want to talk to him, well, that's their problem. It's not mine. I mean, we did have a long chat, and we met, and it was great, fantastic. Very knowledgeable man. I mean, she's like, they had a great World Cup, Nations Cup, So, and long it continue. Yeah, so let's try and get into the World Cup now.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a lot more positive than what Coach Rhulani had to say, but. Coach Gavin Hunt says his door is always open. Coach Hugo can come watch SuperSport United training sessions. But let's move on now. Another coach who's enjoying the benefits of what Coach Hugo Bruce did out at the AFCON is Orlando Pirates coach Jose Ribeiro. He talks about Evidence Mahopa, who he hopes can continue to build on that momentum from the AFCON winning bronze medal with Bafana Bafana. He did start when a lot of people expected Bafana players to be rested a little bit. Evidence played all 7 matches in Cote d'Ivoire, but coach Jose Ribeiro explains why he kept him in the starting lineup.
I'm not saying this because I notice any difference already, but I'm sure that he's not the same player anymore. He was in a top continental tournament, competing with many players who are already having a career in Europe, in top sides, 7 weeks camping with his mates, with another exceptional players around him.
Well, let's stick with the whole Bafana Bafana theme, Andile. Kevin Johnson also would like to see some of his Kaizer Chiefs players make the national team in future call-ups, because obviously there's been a lot of criticism that Kaizer Chiefs aren't producing the type of quality that can make it to Coach Hugo's selection criteria.
Yes, Kaizer Chiefs have always had those type of players. The problem with us, we just have to be consistent in competing with the other teams, and then our players will be in the national. We improve, our players will definitely improve in the national team. So it doesn't bother me now, but for sure, the future Kaizer Chiefs players will be in the national.
I mean, speaking about future Kaizer Chiefs players, Buso, Dijane, he started for TS Galaxy.
Yeah.
The boy that was part of the 3 that were named who didn't want to be ball boys and therefore released from Kaizer Chiefs. Remember TS Galaxy and Tim Sugazi said, we want him. He went from the DDC there
straight into
the first team.
He's a good player.
TS Galaxy.
He was part of the COSAFA Cup squad last year with Coach Morena Ramorebudi. So he's a top player.
So he's jumped Mfundo Vilakazi, who's yet to make his professional debut, and he's now starting at TS Galaxy. I just wonder, from a Chiefs point of view, do they hold on to these youngsters a little too long, perhaps? Because, I mean, TS Galaxy have shown us that you can throw him in there. Or is the grooming and promotion a little bit different to what we used to? You know, you've got a Mofokeng that's playing.
Yeah.
I was watching Radio Pane over the weekend as well, who made his comeback, of course. I just wonder how they feel when they see that player now starting in the senior team. And it tells you perhaps that the boy has always thought that I shouldn't even be here.
Well, let's see. Coach Kevin Johnson is a big believer in the youth. Maybe through him being, head of youth / interim head coach at Amakosi, we can see a lot more youngsters come to the fold. Let's wrap it up now. We don't have a sound bite for this, but just to highlight that Moroka Swallows finally took to the pitch without Steve Khompela and Musa Nyatama, as SABC broke the story 2 weeks ago that Musa Nyatama would be the interim head coach out at the Dube Birds, and we saw a couple of new faces and not so new faces with Ntsikelelo Nyawuza, Augustine Mahlonoko, Jacob Everson, and the like.
So basically, Swallows said to the entire squad, we're cancelling your current contract.
Yes.
And then went and got the same squad back and renegotiated those contracts.
The bulk of, I think from the 22, you probably have at least 18 that went back.
Unbelievable.
With the exception of Andile Jali and Kagiso Malinga, as well as
Letlabika.
Keenan Phillips, who joined SuperSport United. I think Letlabika is still there, no? I'm not 100% sure. On the squad list that I had, his name was not there, but I don't know what the case may be.
The chairman at Swallows, if you have time to lift your fingers from Twitter, you're more than welcome here. We'd love to host you. We'd love to sit down with you and have conversations about you and your club and ask you some pertinent questions about you and your club, the management of your club, what's going on, is AA or is BB, just some general questions. I'd love to host you. If you're available, any day, you tell us what day you're comfortable. We'll sit you down and we'll have conversations with you. Any Tuesday, Wednesday, even a Thursday to me. We'll even give him a Thursday. Just not Friday and Monday. But Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, any of those days.
You are choosy. What if he wants to come on a Monday?
It's fine. You guys can take fine. I'll give him Monday.
No, there's another mic.
We'll give him Monday. Can't give him Friday. We'll give him Monday if he wants to come on a Monday. But it's an open invitation. It's one that he's had for over a year now. And one that he's, Timmy, what did he say? He'd rather chew glass. Can you give Timmy the mic there? The last time you spoke to the Swallows chairman, you asked him to come. What did he say?
No, but he said he's changing on chewing the glass. He's considering coming.
So before he said what?
I would rather have the glass.
Good evening, Andile and the team. Coming here. Hashtag the weekend that was. And I just heard like Izolo, I expected a lot. Like I put in the 3 point like but you also what happened. So we move, I guess. So it is what it is. Thank you.
I appreciate you, Komi.
Andile, we came from AFCON, from good officiating AFCON
so good.
to this nonsense.
So good.
South African refereeing. It was very poor.
And Victor's being soft.
And each time Sundowns plays Pirate, there's always a nonsensical stuff that is happening from the referee's point. Disappointing, disgusting. Thanks, it's Malcolm X.
Hold on. Before you play the next one, Malcolm, would I be fair if I said Tanzega was poor?
You will be unfair, he had some more areas of improvement, but not poor, because some key decision. I mean, someone would not have got that penalty. So,
yeah, but you must understand that even decisions that happen in the middle of the park affect what could have been key, because those are build-up. Those are things that make the game. Control of a game. It was a boxing match.
Yeah, but
come on, he was poor.
I want to see his assessment, and
I want to hear this.
Yeah,
was he part of the referees that had failed?
No.
So you know that for sure. So now you know that they failed.
No. I speak to him. He's Madala, because every time I will tell him, you are the senior referee, you must make sure you pass and show these young ones that the Madalas can pass.
No, when you are throwing principal under the bus, keep a high.
No, I'm asking a question.
No,
let him drama his friend.
No. If he has failed, I would have said maybe he has failed. But that one, I always follow him to say your body can pass any fitness test. And indeed, he never disappointed. It's like Jaban. You say Jaban has failed with that body, but hey, you never know.
So you are happy with that officiating?
I can say there's more areas of improvement.
Out of 10?
Don't. No, don't.
Let me not go there.
Play the next one.
It's a Ma'a and the 3 wise men that are not always wise.
Hey.
Aye. Ma'a, naganal request one hort managa. Utlile barotza di Spanish lessons sigamowe.
French.
Kupela no betela translation ya ora autila down see man of the match. Na re wandlalwa. Ere na jurisa sala wandlalwa.
Kitlabutsa mazola nana mazola.
Ya ungizi fela ornanda damanu na ire.
Spanish lena let's put to
South Africa show curious aramuka.
Okay, hold it there, Malcolm. Did you get a response? Who won the match? It was Ribeiro.
Yeah, Ribeiro.
I mean, he had a good game, Ribeiro. What did he say?
I have no idea what he said, because
wasn't he talking to you?
He came there and he said he would speak in English.
Okay.
So I asked him the first question.
What did you ask him?
No, I asked him about the game.
Okay.
You obviously a man of the match. I just said.
So how did you do a follow-up?
No, I mean, then the translator obviously walked onto the shot, and he was not not Alended. It was actually the Sundowns translator who came to my rescue. Then I asked one or two more other questions, but the translator was also shocked because Lucas said he would speak a little bit, because they said you can ask him one or two questions, he'll answer in English. I said, okay, are you sure? I said yes. Asked him the first question, he replied in his mother tongue.
That's why I loved Mulomo Ndao and Andile Charlie. They didn't compromise either.
But
Mazolo's the same. Ribeiro, Andile Charlie, Matoho, had they spoken to him, still you wouldn't hear them either.
Or Justice Chavala.
Are you telling me when Matoho hits you with a vendor, you're there?
Yeah, I can. The South African languages, I can grasp. Yeah.
Okay. Let's go to the next one.
Andile. Hey, you're cursing my team. Every time you say Arsenal, I start fearing. Because every time you curse my team, Joe, like
I'm like Hugo Bruce when it comes to Arsenal. I'll tell you the truth.
Evening, Andile. From a Pirates fan, what a weekend that was. Mana, lo alende lo mfana lo Sundowns udlala position bani. Hey, yabo usuka team isiyinkinga ngempela mangabe kuzobona umdlalo kuzothiwa adlala free roll ningazi ukuthi nizombaka kanjani. Angazi noma uyena inkinga noma icoach inkinga. Yey. But anyway, with regards to refereeing, I'm so disappointed, especially with the incident Gashalulile, whereby he clearly intentionally pushes Unda. Should I say he falls Unda intentionally and doesn't get matching orders. For me, that's bad refereeing. That is really
remember that moment.
Bad refereeing. King in Edenvale.
King, I must be honest. I'd love to comment on that. I don't remember that moment.
Yeah, I think I remember the push. Remember, the law says violent conduct. If a player pushes another player in a way that is not using excessive force.
Oh, this is on the by the benches there.
Yeah.
When he pushed him into. Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah. And the law says if the force was negligence, then yellow card comes out. But if there's full force, red card will come out for striking an opponent, striking using hands.
Hi, for me, the Sundowns game, I think Rhulani is always very quick to cry foul, even when it's valid, if those fouls are against him. But as soon as he benefits from the incorrect refereeing and he wins the game, he's very quick to disregard or disqualify the ruling because it was in his favor and he won. But once he loses, ukala. So he needs to be, he shouldn't be flip-flopping. That's what I'm saying.
Yo. Okay, let's go to Bonginkosi out in Dobsonville. He wants to speak about Pirates and Sundowns. Bonginkosi.
This is too much.
You know what, Bonginkosi? Here's Tavik here. This is why I bring him here on Mondays. There's Mondays where he's useless. Like, we don't need him here. There's Mondays like this. So please speak to him directly.
And I call improvement. You always say there is always room for improvement, but I don't see that improvement, especially against Sundowns.
Don't say especially against Sundowns because I'll crush you. You got a penalty against Amazulu. Zane bom ubambi umuntu bamniki penalty ingekho. So what are you saying? Hayi baba nginotile lana umkhulisi ubamba inhloko yena bamthathe emuva no ungathi against Sundowns yakubulala ngoba ngiyakutshela manje ukuthi against Amazulu you got a penalty, you won 1-0, you got 3 points, but that penalty was not supposed to be a penalty. What are you saying? No, there's another one futhi ngizokutshela nayo futhi another one. No, there's another one against Stellenbosch. Uzanu Davile bamniki penalty at the other time, and then you are saying nothing. So don't say against Sundowns. Mistakes do happen as long as they are not deliberate. Benefit kakhulu sizokutshela ke manje hayi mfundini hayi mhlekazi.
Bonkosi in Dobsonville, I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Sizayilungisa tata.
Let's go to Dixon. Dixon is out kwamhlanga. Dixon.
Andile, how are you?
No, I'm good, man. Do you want to speak to him? He's right here.
People are getting fired in the Africa Cup of Nations for missing some
key decisions.
Some, important decisions.
Referees went home.
And Andile, you know what's happening in the SABC Municipal League. You know what's happening in the NFT, Andile. And then we have a big problem now, even in studio there. I don't know what's the contract between you and Victor Songwan, or what does it do in the referees executive, or maybe it's in SAFA refereeing or whatever. I don't know. But if that kind of caliber of Victor Songwan's caliber, he comes into the studio, he says, he's even telling his friend that no matter what, you'll pass the fitness test. Why is that, Andy?
He's right here. Talk to him.
He's talking to his friend. He's not even ashamed to tell us as a nation that I was telling him that no matter what, you'll pass the fitness test. Why is that? Is that person going to improve?
Tata ngata wizanga kahle tata.
Andile.
Speak to him. He's here.
If it was possible, Andile, we should be starting on a new page, new slate with someone who's gonna criticize the referee, tell them their mistakes, and be frank about it. I think we need a replacement for Mr. Victor Songwan. Excuse me if I'm wrong.
He's right here. Talk to him. Let him know.
Talk to me direct. Talk to me direct, not via Andile.
Andile, he's doing it this week in, week out. Every Monday he comes and says,
hey,
I can give him no. No, Andile. We cannot accept this.
Dixon, hold on. Let me tackle this.
Yeah.
Tavik,
yeah.
When a referee's done wrong,
this
is you are hired here at the SABC to help us know refereeing rules, to help us learn right and wrong, and to help us point out when they've done wrong, as much as you compliment them when they've done right.
Yes.
Do you have the ability to say, "Awa, this was wrong"?
I've acknowledged that the corner kick was wrongly placed, and I was not happy.
Only the corner kick.
So, my friend, I'm coming one by one.
Mr. Songwan, it's about time. It's about time you stop protecting this referees. It's about time, Mr. Songwan. As much as us as a nation, we can criticize our national team and say we're not even going to the stadium. You must do the same. You must criticize this referee. As long as you still come there to the stadium and defending them, we are not going anywhere as a nation. We are not going there anywhere as a football nation. These people are going to make mistakes, knowing that we listen to Victor Songwan. Victor Songwan is going to defend me against the nation. That should come to an end, Mr. Victor Songwan. That should come to an end.
My friend, I'm saying when they are wrong, we say they are wrong.
No.
Even at Soccer Zone, when they are wrong, they are wrong.
How long are we having room for improvement? For how long are we having room for improvement? Even in the national team, when the national team is not doing that, we can't say we're going to but always we criticize, we fight, we bash the coach, we bash the players. But you come to the studio, you defend the referees, you even tell them that no matter what is that? You don't know.
Dixon, let me correct you there. Zazaga went to run the fitness test without me speaking to him. Then after, when I went there and realized that he has passed, I congratulated him. I told him, because previously I told him, well, now you need to pass the fitness test. What is wrong with that?
Your referees, even your referees, let me tell you something about your referees. They should also have preseason. They must not train because of...
They had preseason every year. They had mid-season now.
Even at home they must train. They must when they come back,
Dixon.
And they are training, Dixon.
Dixon, I think you're more than valid. No, man. Why did you get rid of Dixon, Timmy? No, Timmy. No. We don't work like that. When you're angry here, you must take it out. Exactly. We give you the platform. Even if it's with me, even if it's with Mazol. I'm always mad at Malcolm here. You are more than welcome. Timmy, we don't cut people off. I think you had more than valid reason there, Dixon. Let's go to Kabelo. Kabelo's out in Pretoria. I saw him getting ready. He put out, because he's the content creator. His wife helps him, and he got dressed, and he was
the children.
Yeah, he travels the country watching the games.
Family business.
The whole family. Kabelo.
Hey,
we're good, man. How was dinner on Sunday night? Did you eat?
gore bile sakhala ebile zinyembezi asasaphuma gore uzokhala Chiefs uzokhala zinyembezi gore manzi ohle aphuma gore uphuma manzi ukuthi zinyembezi ziphuma kwathwana mara iChiefs sizohlala zethanda awatata abantu bazobayenza moto one on one mara akunanda ma Andile baseloyile and accept ukuthi thina amakhosi baseloyile sizobuthola inyanga ezosikhipa buloyibo sizohlala seyithanda Chiefs ukuthi sadliwa oreng akunandaba ngona ke nalo mfazi wakhe la athi mina ke ufuna ukudla etitayita ikhona.
Kamelo GP, I appreciate you, my brother. So now, very quickly, you have 30 seconds.
Yeah, I want to talk about Premier League and if you know, number 1 Liverpool 35 points, number 2 Arsenal 36 points, number 3 Manchester City 31 points, and that goal difference for Arsenal is going to be very crucial at the end of the season.
To do what?
They scored 11 goals in 2 games. That was a major improvement, Andy.
No, man, I think you got it wrong. I think it's 57 points for Liverpool, 55 points 55? For Arsenal. Is it? Or am I the one that's got it wrong?
Yeah, I'm not looking at the league table these days.
Arsenal, 53 for Man City.
All I'm saying is, are you an Arsenal supporter? Of course. Of course. Yes, Sinong. We'll talk at the end of the season. You're not winning anything.
What I'm saying is that goal difference, Andile, is going to prove crucial at the end of the season.
Okay, Sinong. Once again, let's talk at the end of the season. Let's talk at the end of the season. Pella.
Sweerile.